I never wanted to go into sales, but one conversation completely transformed the way I think about it and convinced me to switch gears. So I just finished my freshman year of college. I was majoring in business, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. All I knew is the last thing I wanted to do was be in sales. Because honestly, I'm like, salespeople are slimy. They don't try to help people. I'm above that. These people are gross. Like, those are my legit thoughts. Yet somehow I stumbled in the interview process and got a job selling Cutco knives. I was embarrassed about it, to say the least, but it was something to try to make some money, because I was up to my eyeballs in debt and I was completely dead broke. So I decided, if nothing else, if that doesn't work, I can go back to working construction, which is how I was raised. Well, the major difference here is this gig was 100% commission. But here's the thing, doing that, I made 5x what I made working any other job to that point. Construction, retail, internships, nothing made me the same money that I made selling knives door to door. I actually became #1 in my office. And to be clear, I was terrible. I had no clue what I was doing. My demos were 4x as long as they should be. My deal sizes were tiny. I had a terrible territory, but somehow I was #1. Well, why was it? It was because I just did more appointments than anyone else, the truth. And one day, I won a dinner for being a top performer, and my manager took me to Buffalo Wild Wings to reward me. It's my first time ever for me to get actual true recognition, and I felt like I was a king. I felt like I was a god, because I was broke as hell, and I needed to just get a good meal in me, and it felt great. But the whole dinner, I had this one question that was on my mind, because it didn't really make sense why I was outperforming people. I said, look, my conversion rates aren't great, my deal sizes are small, but let me get this straight. Since I just do a lot more appointments, if I just outwork people, am I just going to do better than people? And she's like, yeah, that's how it works. And that's when it clicked for me, because I realized that I had so much more control over my income and my destiny doing this crazy profession. So I switched my majors, put all my chips on the table, and I knew that sales was going to be the right thing for me. And graduated from college. I did terrible in sales coming out of college, but once I went all in, investing in myself, I became #1 at Salesforce. I became a CRO at 33. Named one of the top CROs in tech by the age of 34. And now I run a successful consulting and sales training organization. And I tell you that because if you're unsure about sales, trust me, I've been there. I was terrible. But if you lean into this thing and you invest in yourself and you work really hard, I'm not saying it's easy. It's really, really hard. But if you do that, I promise you, your life will transform.